What is the point for working? For some, it's a passionate objective towards a pathway of fulfillment. For many others, it's a pair of handcuffs that keeps them tied to the rat race. With most people today just having the jobs they do just to solely survive, hating their day in and day out of more than 5 days a week, dealing with people that they wish they never met in the first place, just to still barely scrape by, and leaving people looking around for side hustles like we're all in that one game from Squid Games 2. Well, today in this video, we're going to look further into this mess, as well as hear some different perspectives regarding this matter. And if you personally feel like you relate to anything in this video, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts and opinions below, and subscribe to see my daily uploads regarding content like this. Now let's begin.
Some days I wake up and I think to myself, I can't do it. I cannot work anymore. Like, I'm ready to retire. And despite being 30 years old, I actually could retire. I could afford to, provided that I only live another 3 weeks. But
Yikes.
listen.
Yeah, it's a great way to start off today's video because that's the perfect consensus and thought process for a lot of different folks and the average individual these days, where they'd rather just end it all than continue working this supposed rat race or whatever words you want to put on it and call it, however you want to twist it. The idea of working another 40, 50 years to possibly retire, and the idea of retirement is pretty much gone out the window for most people. It just doesn't seem really worth it, but let's continue and hear some other perspectives on this.
Only one who wants to just quit my job, maybe buy a minivan or buy an old car, and just hop in the car and just simply travel and just see the world, man.
Now, this is like one of those things that's getting more and more picked up throughout the years. More and more people are doing this method. They're hopping down this route of just car life, van life, living in your vehicle and traveling around. Now, there's still gonna be expenses that occur throughout that type of lifestyle. Now, if you can find a way to be like a digital nomad or do these, different, different like apps for like DoorDash and like delivery food, or I guess Uber, you can do it anywhere too. Those sort of gig work apps, which I did make a video on in my last video. I did touch on that topic in the last video. It's possible, but at the same time, it's not ideal for a lot of folks. I don't think many people are really willing to completely uproot their life and change how they've known for their entire way. But a lot of people, they'd much rather do that.
Like, am I the only one who simply just wants to see life and experience
I
life
feel that one.
and not be caught up in this rat race for the
Not
rest
the
of my
rat
life?
race.
You know, we pay bills, we pay taxes, and we work hard, and we bust our behinds for these jobs, but it's like, is that it? We just work,
Pretty
pay
much.
bills, pay taxes, work, pay bills, pay taxes, sit in traffic. Is that it?
Come on, guys. What else are we really good for?
Is this all there is to life? I can't be the only one who sits back and wonders sometimes, like, this is not, like, this can't be real life. Like,
I don't feel like it
it's no
sometimes.
way. We were sold a lie. The American dream is a lie. It is no way it should be this difficult to survive in the land of the free and
The land of the free. That word gets really out. That gets far outstretched. Nothing here is free.
home of the brave. This is incredible to me. I don't understand. So sometimes I think, man, I just want to quit, hop in the car or hop in the minivan or something and just travel. Like, I mean, life is going to pass us by anyway. What do we got to lose? And I'm not saying...
I've been thinking about this to myself. I've been really debating on just doing the van life thing. I've thought about that myself. Me, Josh. And the only thing that's keeping me from that is my elderly cat. I do have a 13-year-old cat who I don't want to just, like, force her to live that type of lifestyle, because she does seem to be like a homebody. She's an indoor cat. She doesn't really like to be a lot of different things going on. So I don't think it's necessarily ideal for my life right now, but I am currently living in my family's basement. Even talking this morning, this is not a longevity type of thing I have going on, so I'm really looking at my options, and the whole van life thing, it's possible. It is. I keep learning about it. It's like holding the carrot over my head, like, Josh, this is the easy way out. But to be honest, I've seen so many videos where it's like that's not really as easy as people talk about. And let's just continue.
Let's just have a mass walkout at our job.
I've always thought about this, and I have actually seen a couple of different retail places try this. And unless it's everybody in, like even the HR, not the HR, they're not going to be in, like the managers and like the higher up people, even a little bit higher up, It'll never happen. They'll just fire your ass, and they'll just straight up replace you. Because why wouldn't they? So, sorry, I have a cough. I'm kind of sick this week, so sorry about my lack of uploads this week. But I just don't know how realistic this whole walkout strategy is. Even in high school, people try to do this. They try to walk out for certain things. Not everybody really goes in. If not everybody goes in, it's not going to get anything done. And even if, they can just replace you because they can afford it.
I mean, if it happens, it is what it is. But it's just like, there has to be something more than this, right? It can't just be work, pay bills, pay taxes, right?
Man, I'm sorry. I think that's it. At least that's all I've ever known.
This is a friendly reminder that if you figure out this one thing, you'll never have to work another day for the rest of
She's going to teach us the secret. Listen up.
your life. You can figure out the thing that's super easy for you to do, but is difficult for everyone else. Then it doesn't feel like work and you never have to work again. I was just listening to this podcast from Naval on how to get rich. And there was a lot in it that I didn't agree with. But one thing that I super agreed with was he says, find the thing that is easy for you, but difficult for everyone else. I know.
For most people, honey, that's like Fortnite or something, okay? But to be honest, it's funny how it's always an attractive person, or most likely an attractive female, with this type of mindset where it's like, if you just do what you love doing, you do it so well, you will get your benefit. That's not true. There's many middle-aged men who are less than 5 out of 10 scale on the attractiveness, the majority of you ladies, and they've been working their ass off with little to no recognition. And if anything, they're managers who tell them what to do. They get the bonuses and the vacations, and they get raises that don't match up with the cost of living. So you can try this, and to each their own. I attest that it's a little bit less possible than people like to believe. Finding what you love. No, honey. Many people live in a small rural town. Not everybody lives in big robust cities. So let's say you love singing. If you love singing, well, there's a Burger King, there's a Walmart, and there's a gas station. That's all your city has to offer. You can go sing your heart out at the cashier.
Everyone else.
I know we've already been talking about this for a long time, but like working really just feels so fucking unnatural. Like for 40 hours a week, someone else is telling you that you can't sleep, can't eat, you have to act.
If you only have to work 40 hours a week, God bless you. Also, I've actually been hearing in other countries that their minimum standard their minimum standard of work per week is like 50 hours a week. So we actually have it kind of lax here. And fair enough, many people only do part-time and live with multiple different roommates. There's different ways to make it happen here. Now, let alone it's becoming less and less possible, or let alone even ideal, but let's just continue.
Ask to go to the bathroom, or like let someone know that you're going to the bathroom, and like you're just living under all these rules for 40 hours a week. That's crazy. That's the whole week. And you think like, oh, you
did she just get a job or something?
8 hours on, like 12 hours off. No, you don't. You come home at 5:30. If you want to go to the gym, you get home around like 7:30 if it's a quick workout. If you really fucking push it, it's like 8. Then you got to cook dinner. Then you got to clean up from working. And then you go to bed and wake up at what? 7, 6 so that you can go back to work for 8 hours a day and then
you end up just in your bed scrolling on your phone wondering why you're tired the next day because you didn't get any sleep, because you needed some sort of stimulation, because you're just not happy with your day-to-day life. That's the average American.
2, maybe 3 hours to yourself afterwards. And I realize this is a conversation we've been having, but can we keep having it?
I do not want to achieve anything.
She doesn't want to achieve anything. It's gotten this far.
I am done.
She's done.
At least right now. This is the season I am in. I do not want to achieve anything. I do not have a career goal. I do not want to climb the old corporate ladder.
I hate that thing.
I don't want to chase after the next thing.
But they're going to release a new Stanley Cup. You need that.
I don't want to be productive and complete projects and take care of, do all the self-care things and have a routine and do the gym and reach the
it is a lot to take on at once.
And the blah, 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 blah. I just want to learn how to exist in my body.
Good luck.
In the ordinary. I want to step away from the chaos. I want to learn how to sit. I can't even just sit anymore. I get so
There's a $sign on that too? God damn it.
anxious. I have to fucking scroll on my phone or like do something, or I'm not being productive enough or whatever. I don't want to do it. I do not want to achieve anything. That is the season I am in, and that is okay.
That's the thing, is this whole like procrastination kills. Sometimes just sitting around doing nothing or just doing what you want to do, like scrolling on your phone and giving yourself some free time to be able to do that without feeling bad about it, that's actually healthy. Now, fair enough, if you do that more so than not, or if you do that more so relaxing, doing nothing, and being lazy than working, it's gonna harm you in the long run. But honestly, like, it's okay to give yourself some time. Like, we rush ourselves so much. Now, fair enough, a lot of people live as if they're never gonna die, but a lot of us know our end's coming, so kind of balance that out a bit.
The end. Thank you. Good night.
All right, she's out. But it is pretty crazy to think about how the majority of people are just giving up on everything. They're just not even really, they don't find it willing or worth it to continue on. And whether that's financially, work wise, whether that's relationships wise, whether that's just taking care of themselves, a lot of people are just opting out. They're just existing in this place we call Earth. And yeah, so I currently am kind of facing some similar things as well. I'm in certain positions. I'm in debt for the first time in my life. I've really nothing on my own. I pretty much sacrificed everything with really nothing to show for it. And I think that's the average experience. So I make these types of videos because I genuinely am living through the type of topics I'm talking about. Not all of them. We do touch on certain different topics. Like I talked about the child support before. I talked about the EBT stamps. Talked about van life. There's been different topics on this channel that I talk about that I don't exactly experience specifically personally, but they're all things that are around, and they're all things that a lot of the time I can kind of relate to in certain ways. And so, yeah, I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts, opinions on your work-life balance. If that's even a thing anymore. It doesn't really exist. I think it's kind of a lie. And at the same time, if you guys have any sort of hope for the future, it seems like a lot of you guys in the comments are in the same boat as me, where it's like you're just F the system. Big old middle finger up to the man. But for real, though, I do appreciate your guys' love and support. If you do relate to anything in this video, or if you want to just comment your thoughts, opinions, feel free to leave those down below in the comments. I do read every single one, and sometimes I do respond to some of them at the end of these videos. Not this one, but you can possibly maybe see your comment in a further video in the near future. Also, I do want to give a huge shout out to everybody who's been supporting me over here, including especially people over on Patreon. My Patreon page is really genuinely the best way to support me personally. Just watching this channel for free and just subscribing, liking, commenting is more than I could ever ask for. I am more than grateful that if any of you are willing to do so. But I really am dealing with a lot of the same life struggles that I talk about in these videos in terms of the economy struggling, the cost of living. I'm living in my family's basement, and like I told you earlier, it's not a longevity thing. So I'm really trying to get this YouTube career off the ground while also working other different jobs and other different side gigs, trying to make things happen, trying to stay afloat. And any support over there goes such a long way. So I definitely appreciate all you guys who do check that out. The lowest tier is $1. The highest tier is $25. If I do get enough supporters over there, I do plan on doing Patreon exclusive videos. There's just not enough folks over there. There's not a big enough community for that to be really accessible. Plus, these videos do take me time and effort to produce, put together. And being that I'm doing so many different things trying to get by, this really gives me more exclusivity to focus on this channel and put out more content for you guys, the stuff you guys seem to like. And I definitely appreciate you guys rocking with me. It's always been a dream of mine to do YouTube for real, and being able to see this channel get up off the ground and running so quickly just in the last month or so is mind-blowing to me. Feels almost unreal, and I'm more than grateful to say again. So to say the least, thank you, and thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.